What's doing? Welcome back. New product, we've been testing it, we're going to be testing it, and we're going to be using it. That's right, it's been in the car, I've been doing some bits and pieces with it, I've been tuning with it, I've been running the car, been doing all sorts of things. So let's get into it. Let's talk ACEN batteries. That's right, that there is an ACEN battery. It is a sodium battery, not lead. Super, super lightweight. I'll pick it up here from behind the camera. That's just with my pinky. Super lightweight. Maintenance free. This thing can be mounted pretty much anywhere, upside down, sideways, whatever you need to do. I've been using it. Let's talk about it. So as I said, I'm going to be doing some testing with it, but I have been doing some testing with it. When I'm doing some tunes on some cars, I need to use a battery feed so that I can power up the ECU and directly pin to the ECU. I've been using that because I can literally just pick it up, drop it in the car, pick it back out. It's super easy instead of comparing it with the lead. And in the last ages, the battery doesn't go flat. It's just been awesome. So tuning guys, if you're looking for a battery that you need to be able to carry around and have 12 volts with, not to have it on a trolley or anything like that, super, super good. That's the first point. Testing wise in the car, it's been in my car, I've been cranking it. It's really, really good in the way of cranking. It's way faster, but I'm going to go away this weekend. So let's talk about what we're going to do and why. So if you're new to the channel, that's my car. It's a VL with a turbo barra. The battery is in the boot, tucked up out of the way, nothing really exciting to see. I rarely have any dramas with it, but I'm going to upgrade to one of these, so I have no upgrades, no dramas with it. It's just a normal lead battery in the boot, but you still have to worry about that thing catching on fire, having problems. This thing, you don't. You can put it out with water. You don't have to have any special fire extinguishers and things. Super lightweight, like I said before. Massive cranking amps, 650 CCA cranking amps, 18,000 start cycles. You can run this thing dead flat and then charge it back up again, and it's good to go. But the main reason I'm going to use it in this car is that it's mounted in here. That's my awesome battery tray, mainly from Carmaker if I was going to make a new one. But this is one-handed, getting it in the battery in the back. My problem is the battery's in the boot and it cops heaps of abuse. So yeah, the battery's in the boot, drifting, lots of side-to-side action, bumps and things or whatever, and then your mates decide to bump into you and create dramas there as well, or people spin out in front of you and you hit walls, all those things. There's been lead acid problems with rust and obviously with catching on fire, any of those things that you have problems with, and you want to be able to have that lightweight. The cost obviously is a little bit more than a lead battery, but not too bad. So if you want any pricing, that, give us a yell. But the main thing is it's super lightweight. So you don't have this big pendulum of 20 kilos in the back. It's only under 8 kilos, little finger on the back of it. And there's multiple different sizes, multiple different cranking amps. You can mount the thing sideways, it's not a problem. It's just, I believe it's going to be a better battery. We're going to go testing it this weekend. I'll do some more filming while we're away with it. So you'll see sort of now me having in the car, and then we'll go through and do some driving. The car cranks super, super fast compared to what it did before. I can do a comparison check and so you can see the different RPMs if you like. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So worst case scenario for a battery, terminals aren't even tight, they're just sat on there, right? So let's go in here. We'll do a power up in here and we'll see what she does. So here we go, we'll put her in. I'll just hit the fuel pump so you see that, but you see how quickly it started up. Jesus Christ, that was fast. But so it's in around 200 RPM pretty quickly, but now with my fuel pump on, it's instant. Like there is no, and like it's not hot, it's 31 degrees, it's cold air intake is at 20, so super, super quick. Let's throw the other lead battery in. So not to diss the brand or anything, but I bought these from Repco. I probably go through one every couple of years, every, I don't know, 12 months or so. Cold cranking amp 720 versus the 650. You can see the height difference. It's actually outside the box, so it's a lot lower. Obviously the cold cranking amps are a lot less. Oh Jesus, I'm puffed, but I'll try and put that in. Let's turn this on and see what it does. So same scenario, fuel pump's off. So you see at 140, 130. And it just keeps dropping. And you can see our battery voltage there at 12 volts, it drops down to 8 when cranking. So that lead one is going in the scrap bin. So I've got some specs here for you. You can sort of have a stop, pause and have a look. But what we can see is what actually all different makes and models. There's obviously normal numbers here, 55s and all that sort of stuff. So you can see what they are, also so you can see it. But what the cold cranking amps are, or what the energy is, the reserve capacity, terminal tops where they are, all your bits and pieces. So that's all available on acen.power.com.au. So if you want any information on there, but there's all the bits and pieces you need to know are on here, how they're laid out, how to deal with obviously your fires and what temperatures they can handle. They can handle 80 degrees of engine bay temperature, so if you want to run in the engine bay, you can. Yeah, there's just boats and boats. So yeah, there's just loads and loads of info on there. But like I said, the main reason I'm going to change to this battery is the lead one. It can't handle the bumps and knocks and carry on. It can't handle going flat because it doesn't like it goes flat once it's cooked. That's the main two reasons. I'm not too fussed about weight because, you know, I'm not chasing, well, I'm not light anyway, but I'm not chasing a lightweight race car. But if that's what you're looking for, awesome. The main things are for people with historical cars, you're not going to have that lead acid rusting problems like this one's had before, which you can see. I'll turn the camera around now. So you can see it's had some lead issues before, and obviously this is just a Coke can anyway, but the weight of this thing is astronomical compared to this thing, and it's just going to last longer in the car. Now, they're based out of Melbourne. They're looking for Sunshine Coast reps, so we've been in chats with Scott, the local manager guy, and he wants us to be on board as selling these things. So if you're in the Sunny Coast or Brisbane or whatever, and you're looking at getting one of these batteries, we're going to have one here in my car. We're going to talk to Scott about having some display stuff as well, so you can come, see, touch, feel, and ask him as many questions as you like. I just think as technology progresses, I think, yeah, between lithium, lead, sodium, and AGMs and all those different things, this thing's super lightweight, emissions friendly, all that sort of stuff. No venting of problems, like you don't. It's all maintenance free. Just leave it alone. And like I said, the main thing is you can mount this thing wherever you want to go. It protects itself. Yeah, it's just an awesome machine. Like, I'm not a battery technician. We probably should have got Scott on here to talk about that more, but we'll go to Sydney, we'll get the car in, we'll do some developing with that and testing. So we'll go to Sydney and we'll do some driving, and I don't think I'm going to feel a difference in the weight in the back, but we'll do some testing then there, we'll do some videoing, and you'll see some drifting, and yeah, we'll talk batteries at the end.
So we did Sydney, and I didn't film anything, really much anything at all. I was just too busy having a great time. So yeah, I was just having a great time. And then I had problem times as well. So let's talk about the problem times. Let's talk about the good times. The good times is the car went awesome until the Monday when I had some fuel pump issues. But on the Sunday when we did the demo days, it went perfectly. Other than a high belt squeal, which I thought, oh, I'll just leave the belt squeal alone until the Monday and I'll have a look. Like it's obviously just an adjustment. It wasn't. Let's have a look. So here I have two belts, a power steering belt and my alternator belt. This is my alternator belt. And if you look closely, it's actually ribbed in both directions. It actually flipped off. The alternator mounting bolt came loose, making the alternator come loose, flipped the belt over and ran on the opposite side of the belt, which in flipping destroyed this belt. And yeah, we didn't have much power steering, we didn't have much alternator at all. And I was watching it as the day was going on, slipping, and my eyes just slipping, but the battery voltage didn't go under 12 volts. It just sat at 12 volts all day. But the belt was loose as hell. It wasn't doing anything. It was just lucky I had some power steering working and the water pump was working. The alternator was doing jack. So as a, I don't know, proof in the pudding, whatever you want to call it, that friggin' battery is awesome. I had no dramas all weekend with it. I said until the Monday when I came back and it started charging back at 13.5 volts, no dramas. It sat at 12 volts all Sunday, no dramas, back to back. I took 7 or 8 passengers out. Doing 4 laps each time, and it just kept squealing, and I was like, oh, whatever, I'll worry about it later. We've got to get through these passengers because there was over 100 of them. It didn't affect how it drove. The car came back, everything. I did a rebar delete because I hit a medium strip thing, ripple strip. But outside that, the car drove absolutely perfectly. But the power tune dash just kept saying 11.8 volts. I'm like, oh, obviously it's just the alternator slipping. I'll deal with it later. The belt was doing nothing. It was just sitting there doing nothing. I started up and just ran and sat there. So the alternator was doing absolutely nothing. But this battery held at 12, like 11.8 to 12 volts the whole time. The car didn't miss a beat until the Monday when I tried to fix it, and it cost me issues. But the issue was, you don't want to look at this, but I went straight from here to there to make it work. The wiring just decided to melt and have problems. But obviously, that's a me problem, and probably because we didn't have any voltage there, but the battery just ran. So end of the story is ASIN battery, awesome, highly recommend. Look, I'm not a good enough drifter to realise the difference between 8 kilos and 20 kilos in the back of the car. I'm sure if you had someone professional go, holy crap, that's a big difference in pendulum swinging, they can tell. Me, I'm just being honest, I have no idea. But highly recommend getting one of these. I haven't had to do anything to it other than strap it in. But Matty from Everyday Engineering is going to have me a new clamp so we can get rid of this disgustingness and we can show off this battery properly. And I'm going to wire up my fuel pump. I've got a new relay coming, new relay block coming. Going to wire that all up properly again and have that all working. And I'm going to start doing some more local demo stuff, local QR stuff. So if you want to come see it, and I'm out at QR, come see it, come feel it. I'll unstrap it, you can feel how light it is and see what it's doing. But highly recommend getting one of these ASIN batteries. They're super cool, super light, super reliable. Like I said, it just ran 11.8 all day. Didn't have any problems, and it wasn't even charging. It just sat there. I was like, oh, whatever. And I thought previously with the lead battery, 11.8, it's getting something, but that freaking belt was doing nothing. It was just chopping into it, going nowhere. So yeah, highly recommend. Thank you for ASIN for making sure my weekend was uninterrupted. We had no dramas with it at all, which could have been a nightmare if my battery wasn't charging. It was flat and I had to jump start it, and the lead battery was dying, and all those sorts of things. So yeah, that's it. I probably should have filmed more. If you're interested, I'll probably put a little video at the end of some drifting, so you can see some sort of drifting. But highly recommend ASIN power battery. Highly recommend obviously doing some better wiring for your car. That's a me problem. And highly recommend if you hear a squeal from your car, probably just pull over and check. But I was just in the moment. We're having a great time. Luddenham Raceway looked after us with Race Nation, doing all the demo runs, and I just want to keep the customers going out and having a great time. But I'll put a video in the end that Scotty from Scott Mitchell Media put in, so you can sort of see why I would just keep going, because we just had a great time. But yeah, ASIN batteries, we're going to try and get them in stock for you guys. If you're interested, give us a call, 549-4626. Have a look at the drifting at the end, and I'll see you on the next one.
Scotty Mitchell? Is that Scott Mitchell?